So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make simple podcast artwork that Apple Podcasts will like and that will do the job, basically. Lots of people do it themselves, and there's no shame in that at all. I did it myself. It didn't harm me. And I see lots and lots and lots of people DIYing their podcast cover art, and I don't think that's such a bad thing. I also think that it's better to just start. And if that's something that's holding you back, then don't let it. So first of all, you need to get it the right size. So you can search in here, I think, for podcast cover art. Podcast cover. Yeah, so it's got it there already. It didn't used to, but anyway, so the minimum size it should be is 1400 by 1400 pixels, maximum 3000 by 3000, but you want to go for the optimum, so go for 3000. And here you've got absolutely loads of templates already set up in Canva, which is why they're so great. I have created some templates for you to use that you can edit, and that's as part of the course. So there's that option, or you can just start from scratch. For the purposes of this, I'm going to go ahead and create a blank podcast cover. So what do you need? You need to have your brand color somewhere. So let's start off with that. I have my brand colors in here. I'm going to pick that. You need your podcast name, quite obviously. Elements, text. What are we going to call it? I quite like some of these because they do the kind of font pairing themselves. We'll just make it center and call it the Lucy podcast. Oh, can't spell. There we go. And I quite like using this kind of format, this podcast from or with your name, with the host name. But you can put something else there, like the tagline. Oh, enter tagline here. You can use whatever you want and maybe spell a bit better than me. Change it to your brand fonts and your brand colors. You want to make it obviously really easy to read. That's not super easy to read. There we go. And then the big things that I would say, this is so simple and boring, and I would definitely suggest having some elements. If you've never used Canva before, it's great. You could put an element up there and make that. And then, I don't know, duplicate this. That's kind of cool. I am no branding expert, so for that you want a professional. But I don't know, it's possible. It's a bit more interesting looking than it was before. Let's just make sure that it's center. Yeah, perfect. And then the main things that you want to have are space to put a waveform, so that when you're using this in your audiogram teasers, that you've got space for a waveform here, a wiggly waveform, and space at the bottom, adequate space for captions, because that's really, really important. And there you go. There's your cover art.